Got breakfast to serve me?
Yeah. Just time. All right. Get that Greek profile there.
Yeah. Oatmeal, half and half, toast, jelly,
Yeah.
juice.
Yeah. All made in the handy-dandy little camper.
Yeah.
It was Carol's turn to make breakfast this morning, so...
Grandma roughs it and makes it outside. I make it inside. Boy, that light does show up coming through there.
Yeah. Got that. He just went under a tree and knocked his hat off.
Oh, that's not unusual.
We're talking about beyond that.
But you
used up all of the adjustment.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So it's
Well, I knew I would when I left home, but I figured I'd get one more
See, this is
job
what he
of it.
sawed up. All portion of it. From here over. And then he saw those, and then there's a few more over there. This he didn't get to. But I'll feed that one into the fire today when I'm nothing. A couple more here at a good size, right? I have to haul over there. Like this. That should be flaming more. It's a better picture. I put leaves on there. Ripped up my kitchen and put leaves on there.
Yeah?
Ooh, that was warm. That flew right in there.
Ouch. There we go.
There.
Mm-hmm.
Zoom in on the flies.
Yeah, zoom in on the flies, right.
Anything you want out of your drawer in there? Besides what you do. Anything else you want out of that drawer?
When Henry and Jesse moved to South Dakota, they put their clothes in a trunk. The correct name is steamer trunk, but this trunk was never on a steamer. Traveled across the prairies. It was built prior to 1900 because they moved to South Dakota in 1901, 1902, thereabouts. And they put all their clothes, their linen, their bed sheets, their pillowcases, everything they owned, you might say, in a trunk and carried it along with them. Notice the lock here. The lid was about this much higher, and there was a tray under the lid that you could lift out and get at the clothes under it. And the lid was about so wide, and then this locked it. There was these things to fasten it. Interesting thing, the inside of the trunk is lined with cedar, which is wood, and the outside of the trunk was metal. Very thin metal, but it was metal, and the corners are reinforced with metal. Here's a corner here. And if you come around to this side, you can see the rail here that the upper tray rested on. And you fill the bottom of the trunk with clothes, and then you fill the tray, of course, or you'd set the tray on here and fill the tray with smaller articles, and then close it.
So it's on its side, actually.
It's laying on its side, yeah.
So it went all the way from Missouri and traveled where?
To South Dakota. Maybe made some other trips too, because as you know, the folks moved to
Nebraska?
Nebraska. Yeah, and I suppose
Florida.
Probably Florida too. Yeah. Here's a piece of the outside cover. It's very thin metal, lightweight, of course. If it was made a 1/4-inch steel, well, you'd have to load it with a forklift. But the outside was all metal and the inside was all wood.
So it traveled around the world and came back to where it originated from.
It came back to Missouri, and that'll be the end because it's almost gone now. We burned the tray because it was all broken and torn down. That makes a dining room table out of it.
We've been using that for what, 4 or 5 years?
Oh yeah, at least.
Okay. Now, what's that tree behind you? Is that a sycamore? The big one.
Oh, the big one, yeah. That's a sycamore. And that is a prime example of sycamore wood. It's already marked here. There's going to be a sawmill come in and cut down the big trees, and he has a mark on here which I suspect means that it is prime wood. There's nothing better. I don't know what they make out of sycamore wood, but Corky told us that it's a very good wood for finishing, polishing and finishing.
Shot all the way up.
There's only 2 sycamores that I know of on the property, and one of them is over there by the edge of the drainage ditch.
Oh, yeah, I do. These are nice, quiet horses in the background. I think Bonnie might be sleeping, in fact.
28 to 88, 60. I would estimate that tree to be around 60 years old, and I can date it pretty well. By the first time I was here with my mother in 1930, one of my father's friends came with me, and we located this property. I asked him if he'd show me the 4.5 acres that had been in the family for so long, and he brought me down here And we parked somewhere up there on the high ground, and we walked down here, and this whole valley was nothing but weeds. There was no trees. And he came, I still have the picture, where I think his name was Mr. Meyer. Mr. Meyer. And he stood, I had a camera with me, and he stood with a branch that he used for a walking stick that stood about so high, and he posed for a picture, and nothing but weeds. There were no trees here at all.
Wow, isn't that something?
That was in 1930.
1930, and this tree was not here?
Couldn't have been, because there were no trees here.
Whoa. I'll take a picture of that other sycamore, too.
Yeah.
First, I got to get my back out of the fire.
The top is what really tips it off. See
Yeah.
the bark.
Where? Yeah, it's whitish. I think we got somebody's underpants.
Oh,
no.
It shows the size.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I should have taken a picture of your bouquet.
See all the little parachutes coming down?
Yeah. Sure do.